My name is Darcy Blue. I'm from England. This is part of my story. Hi to y'all. Listen, I want to tell you my story. 40-odd years ago, as a very young man, I went to the States to make my name. At what I had at that time, my mind was not yet made up. But I loved to ride my new Harley-Davidson bike. One weekend was to forge my future. As I took a break in a small diner, drinking my coffee, when in walked Richie the Blade. He was a big and mean kind of a guy. He had 5 guys with him. As he sat at a table, one of them knocked my coffee off my table. Then he made a move to hit me, but I was ready for him, and I knocked him down. When 3 of his buddies decided to join in, as I got up to defend myself, one came for me. I hit him fast, waiting for the others to join in. When Richie the Blade stood up, all the guys stopped in their tracks. He pointed for me to come over to his table. His first words to me were, "What's your name, son?" I said, "My friends call me Darcy." "But you?" Hey, older son, just hold it cool. My guys meant you no harm. You still walk, don't you? You got some guts, son. Join me. Have a coffee with my boys. We had a chat. That's the day I became an outlaw. But I still had to prove myself in battle. I would also have to shoot someone when told to by Richie the Blade to prove my loyalty to his chapter. For years I robbed, I killed rivals, I sold drugs, I sold guns. I was pure wild, hard to handle. Only Richie the Blade could control me. I soon become his second in command. Our chapter were the hardest in California. Women, wine, and whiskey ruled my life, as did Richie, now my best buddy. His women were mine too. We all shared then, but women knew that's the way our life was. No man would keep just one woman. He had to share. The battles we had were hard. I've been stabbed, shot, strangled, and man, I'm still here. But Richie's time was to be cut short by a Mexican woman. Richie had picked her up, and when he was finished, we fucked her too. But this girl wanted her revenge. As Richie picked her for his night of pleasures, she was to cut his throat the next morning. After she had been dealt with by the guys, a new leader was to be picked. My name came up, but I did not believe I had the right to lead the chapter. So a mean son of a gun was chosen. His name, Steve Hackett. He was pure poison, and he was to lead our chapter in the biggest war ever, with the Mexican crew led by Carlos Cortez, a real mean killer with no mercy for those who fell into his hands. It was during one of these battles I got badly wounded. After 40 years on the highways, living just wild, I found out Steve wanted me out of the chapter. He felt threatened by me. If he only knew, I wanted out myself. It was not the same with Richie gone and a few of the older guys gone too. I was going to return home to England while I still could. So my days as an outlaw were over. My memories are with me of good and sad times. Landing down at Heathrow, my first thought was, there anyone in my hometown who would remember me? Or was I just another forgotten soul from the great old years of the 60s? I still tell my stories in pubs, but everyone just niggers not believe in the hell I had lived as a Hell's Angel outlaw California. I now live in a town for the living dead. Eastbourne would never welcome back the sun if they knew my history. My name is Darcy Blue, and this is only part of a long, long story I could tell.